He didn't die because he was weak. He died because his own empire became too big to control. Every drug lord thinks he is building a kingdom. Money, power, fear, private armies, corrupt police, secret routes, safe houses. But what they never understand is this. A criminal empire does not protect its king. It slowly surrounds him. And when the time comes, it eats him alive. Pablo Escobar was once one of the most feared men on earth. At his peak, he was richer than governments, stronger than police, and powerful enough to challenge an entire country. People whispered his name like a warning. Escobar believed money could buy loyalty, but money only buys silence, not trust. His own empire became too loud, too violent, too visible. Every body dropped in the street. Every bomb, every murder, every enemy he created brought the world closer to his door. And on December 2nd, 1993, Pablo Escobar was killed on a rooftop in Medellin, Colombia, after a shootout with police. The man who once thought he controlled Colombia died running across rooftops, not surrounded by power, surrounded by consequences. But Escobar was not the only one. Griselda Blanco, known as the godmother of cocaine, built her name in blood. Miami feared her. Her enemies feared her. Even her own people feared her. She used violence like a language, but violence always replies. Years later, when her empire was gone and her power had faded, the past still remembered her. On September 3rd, 2012, Griselda Blanco was shot dead by a motorcycle gunman in Medellin. The same style of street killing, linked to the world she helped create, came back to her. That is the curse of the drug empire. What you teach the streets eventually teach you. Then there was Amado Carrillo Fuentes. They called him the Lord of the Skies because he moved drugs using fleets of aircraft. He did not want to be loud like Escobar. He wanted to be invisible. But the bigger your empire becomes, the harder it is to disappear. Your face becomes known. Your friends become liabilities. Your name becomes a target. So Amado tried to escape the one thing he could not outrun: himself. In 1997, he died during plastic surgery while trying to change his appearance. Think about that. He was so hunted, so trapped by his own power, that he tried to erase his own face. His empire did not just threaten his life. It made his identity dangerous. And this is where most drug lords make the same mistake. They think fear means control. But fear is not loyalty. Fear is a timer. The soldier who fears you today may betray you tomorrow. The partner who smiles at your table may already be talking to your enemy. The bodyguard standing behind you knows exactly where you sleep. And the bigger the empire gets, the more people know your secrets, your roots, your safe houses, your family, your habits, your weaknesses. A normal empire is built on trust. A drug empire is built on fear, and fear always expires. José Gonzalo Rodriguez Gacha, known as the Mexican, was one of the most violent leaders of the Medellin cartel. He believed in force, weapons, threats, death. But every violent move created another enemy. The police wanted him. The government wanted him. Rivals wanted him. And betrayal was always close. In December 1989, Rodriguez Gacha was killed in a shootout with Colombian authorities. He lived by gunfire, and he died by gunfire. That is not irony. That is the natural ending of the world he chose. Then came Ramon Arellano Felix, one of the leaders of the Tijuana cartel. He was known as one of the cartel's most brutal enforcers. His reputation was built on fear. But the problem with being feared is simple. Everyone wants you gone. Police hunt you. Rivals hunt you. And even your own circle starts wondering if they are safer without you. On February 10th, 2002, Ramon Arellano Felix was killed in a shootout with police in Mazatlan, Mexico. The hunter became the hunted, and when the bullets came, his empire could not stop them. Arturo Beltran Leyva thought he had protection too: money, weapons, men around him, influence. But in the cartel world, alliances are temporary. Today's brother becomes tomorrow's threat. Today's partner becomes tomorrow's informant. And once the system starts cracking, nobody is loyal to a sinking king. In December 2009, Arturo Beltran Leyva was killed during a Mexican Navy raid in Cuernavaca. He did not die like an untouchable boss. He died trapped, surrounded, exposed, because an empire built in darkness always has one weakness: someone inside knows where the lights are hidden. This is why every drug lord should fear his own empire, because the empire is not one thing. It is thousands of hungry people pretending to be loyal. Drivers, hitmen, accountants, police contacts, pilots, dealers, lawyers, friends, family. Every one of them knows something. Every one of them wants something. And when pressure comes, loyalty becomes expensive. When the police get close, someone talks. When rivals offer money, someone switches sides. When the boss becomes too dangerous, someone decides the empire can survive without him. That is when the throne becomes a trap. Pablo Escobar died on a rooftop. Griselda Blanco was shot in the street. Amado Carrillo Fuentes died trying to change his face. Rodriguez Gacha died in a shootout. Ramon Arellano Felix died by gunfire. Arturo Beltran Leyva died surrounded by forces he could not escape. Different names, different countries, different endings, but the same lesson. The drug lord thinks he owns the empire, but the empire knows everything about him. And when it turns, there is nowhere left to hide, because in the criminal world, the crown does not make you safe. It only shows everyone where to aim.